Hello friends, welcome to my channel Civil Methods. In this video, I will show you how to solve a problem using column analogy method. Okay, and this is the problem to solve. It is a fixed beam which is fixed at A and fixed at B. Okay, and we have to find end moments at A and B, and a central point load W is acting at the center. Half of the portion have 2i moment of inertia and other half portion have I moment of inertia. Okay, step 1, draw ms and ms divided by ei diagram. Ms is static bending moment diagram. To draw a static bending moment diagram, we assume that both ends are hinged, or we assume that it is a simply supported beam. Okay, by using sheet, the static bending moment, when load is acting at the center of the beam, then at a center static bending moment is wl by 4, and this is the static bending moment diagram. At center it is wl by 4. And to draw loading diagram or ms divided by ei diagram, we just divide the ei for different portions. Okay, for half portion it is 2ei, so divide wl by 4 to 2ei, so it will be wl by 8ei. And for other half portion it will be wl by 4ei. Wl by 8ei is half of wl by 4ei because of different moment of inertia for different parts. And now step 2, determine total load P on the column. P is equals to total area of the loading diagram, which is ms divided by ei. There are two right angle triangles in the loading diagram, right angle triangle 1 and right angle triangle 2. Now total load P is equals to A1 plus A2, and A1 is equals to area of right angle triangle 1, and area is given by half of breadth into height. So A1 is equals to half of L by 2, which is breadth, into height is WL by 8EI. Similarly, for right angle triangle 2 is half of L by 2 into WL by 4EI, and it is equals to area of 1 WL square divided by 32EI, and area 2 is equals to WL square divided by 16EI, and total area is equals to 3 by 32 WL square divided by EI is equals to P. Now step 3, determine distance of CG x bar of total loading from left end A. There are two right angle triangles. Now we know the formula for distance of CG is equals to this. Now where A1 is area of right angle triangle 1 and equal to WL square divided by 32EI, and A2 is WL square divided by 16EI, and total area is equals to P and equals to A1 plus A2, 3 WL square divided by 32 EI. Now x1 bar and x2 bar. x1 bar, distance of CG from A end for first triangle, as it is from perpendicular end it is b by 3, and from other end it will be b minus b by 3, which is 2b by 3. Now from A it is 2b by 3, where b is the breadth, and for this right angle triangle b is equals to L by 2. So x1 bar will be L by 3. Now for second right angle triangles, it will be L by 2 plus from perpendicular and it will be B by 3. B by 3 and B is equals to L by 2 for second right angle triangle. It is L by 6. Put L by 6 here, and now taking W L cube divided by 32 EI common, and 1 by 3 plus 4 by 3 divided by 3WL square divided by 32 EI. 32 EI to 32 EI cancel, W to W cancel, L square to L square, and it will be equals to 5 by 9 L from left hand A. As we already determined, CG x bar is equal to 5 by 9 L from left and A for loading diagram. Now step 4, determine distance of CG, which is G of the column from left and A, this time for column. Now this is the plan of the column, and because half of the part have 2I moment of inertia and other part have I moment of inertia, so half part have 1 divided by 2 EI width and other part have 1 divided by EI width. Now L by 2 and again L by 2, half part. We have to determine the distance of CG of column from left and A. So again the formula, but this time G. G is equals to A1 G1 bar plus A2 G2 bar divided by A1 plus A2. Now there are two rectangles, rectangle 1 and rectangle 2. Okay, so area of first rectangle will be length into width 1 by 2 EI into L by 2 plus area of rectangle 2 is 1 by EI into L by 2. Now again A1 plus A2 now for G1 bar, distance of CG of rectangle 1 from A and from sheet it will be B by 2, B by 2 and B is equals to L by 2. So B distance of CG will be L by 4. For second rectangle triangle from left hand A, it will be L by 2 plus L by 4 again because the same length. Now L square divided by 16 EI plus 3 by 8 L square divided by EI, and total area of analogous column will be 3 by 4 L divided by EI. Taking L square divided by 16 EI common, and 1 plus 6 divided by 3 by 4 L divided by EI. EI to EI cancel, 4 4 is 16, L to L cancel, and it will be equals to 7 by 12 L from left and A. Now step 5, determine eccentricity E. Eccentricity in x direction, Ex equal to Gx minus x bar. Gx is 7 L by 12 minus x bar. X bar is 5 L by 9. And Ex will be L by 36. Now eccentricity in y direction will be negligible or equals to 0 because width of the column 1 by EI and 1 by 2 EI is very small. So eccentricity in y direction will be 0. Now step 6, stresses at any point in the column. F is equals to sigma naught direct stress plus minus bending stresses sigma b. F is equals to P by A plus minus mxx dot y divided by ixx plus myy dot x divided by iyy. P is equals to total loading. We already determined P is equals to 3 by 32 WL square divided by EI. A is total area of analogous column. A1 plus A2. We already determined the total area of analogous column in our previous steps, and it is equals to 3 by 4 L divided by EI. 3 by 4 L divided by EI, and mxx is P dot EY, and EY is 0, and so mxx will be 0, and myy is P dot Ex, and Ex is eccentricity in x direction, which is L by 36, and P is 3 by 32 W L square divided by EI into L by 36. So it will be equals to WL cube divided by 384 EI.